Hi friends of the J.A. Cooley Museum. Today is International Women's Day, and I wanted to share some very important women in the auto history. These are just a few, there are several thousands, but of course the first one and the godmother of automobiles is Bertha Benz. She was born in 1849 and died in 1944. Her famous 106-kilometer ride was the one that actually put her husband Carl Benz's car, this is the 1885 Benz Model 1, on the road. Please read more about Bertha Benz. And this is our 1895 Benz Velo. Of course, there is Margaret Wilcox. She was the first mechanical engineer, and in 1893, she was the first one that had a patent for car heating systems. I would not be giving you a complete history of women with vehicles if I did not mention Alice Ramsey. In Alice Ramsey, August 7th of 1909, Alice was the first female to drive across country in the United States in her 1909 Maxwell. This is our 1908 Maxwell. It was uncommon and unheard of for women to be behind the wheel of a car due to the fact of cranking the vehicles was very dangerous, as well as it was the roads were very dirty. Of course, our first female race car driver was Sarah Christian. In 1949, she was the first NASCAR. We have Janet Guthrie, who was our first Indy 500. These are just random cars, nothing to do with Indy, sorry. But I would be amiss not to include in this category Clara Ford. She was obviously Henry's wife, and her life's mission was to improve the life and welfare of women and those who were in poverty, especially during the Great Depression. She was also very outspoken about women's rights and led many women's suffrage movements. She was big about women's education and women's rights. This is our 1914 Ford Model T. So happy International Women's Day. I can't leave today without also mentioning our founder, Carmen Cooley. She's my mother. She and her husband were the ones that came up with this. So although she was not an innovator or a pioneer, but I do believe she was one of the very few women in this country that can say she owns an automobile museum, as well as the fact that she is an immigrant as well. So happy Women's International Day, and thank you. We are the J.A. Cooley Museum. We are in San Diego, California. We are 1 mile north of Balboa Park. We are open 7 days a week, 11 to 4 daily. We have 28 vehicles, 2 buggies, and 38 other various collections inside our building. So please come by and visit us, and we appreciate the support always. Thank you from the J.A. Cooley Museum.